After 4 months of being preoccupied with the most polarized election campaign and coverage, the three networks mentioned in a previous video are relieved of their duties. Now, they are confronted with the consequences and new responsibilities from it. Not to mention the audience is staring at them intently. From where I left off, this video will undoubtedly be shorter than the previous one. Which anticipated programs are now waiting for their premiere dates this year? Which programs are now at risk of dropping? Before we begin, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more future content. Since the last update, GMA delivered at least 14 shows out of 40 plus 2022. Valera, starring Kylie Padilla, will premiere next week, replacing False Positive. From the previous vid, we were initially pessimistic about that. Love is Stranger will premiere next week, June 6th. The public affairs produced program starring Gabby Garcia and Khalil Ramos is placed 7th out of 24 with an expected materialization score of 56.28 with an equal survey. There were 7 surprises there since that was even promoted since the start of the year. Raya Sirena has become a standalone miniseries from Legal Studio Presents, and Jose Maria's Bonggang Villa, starring, obviously, couple Dingdong Dantes and Marian Rivera. TV5 is promoting another show called IMO, in my opinion. The details of it will be made later. With Niña Niña just ended, Dear God, initially a video streaming exclusive content, will get a free TV premiere tonight there. This Saturday, May 28, Rolling in the Philippines will return for the second season. Net25 hasn't premiered any domestically produced content since the last update. Joey De Leon's weekly gag show, Oh No, It's B.O., is already on air since early April. As of this recording, Team Central is still ahead of the game. Team Avenue is still on the line with the pace of the year, while Team Alliance remains sluggish. The methodology will be the same as before. We try to predict the fate of the weighted shows for the following month. In this case, X is equal to 5 using a modified logistic regression formula with the input data from the last 4 months. For this video, there will be a difference for each pending program since the last update. With 24 shows left to air this year, plus a few that I may have missed, 1/3 of GMA's shows are predicted to be at risk. Here are the top 6 shows that are anticipating a launch date this year. Lolong, the most likely to appear this year, with an EMS of 71.65, up 3.68. The Clash Season 5 with EMS of 70.29, up 9.11. It ranks higher over Voltes 5 Legacy at 68.34, up 3.15. But due to the parallel relation of the original anime series and the politics at that time, we'll keep an eye on it now. The Philippine adaptation of K-drama Startup is at 62.11, up 5.33. Supermom with 61.09, up 4.82. And Nakarehas na Puso with 57.66, up 2.27. 7 pending programs has made a swing. 5 going positive, 2 going negative. From negative to positive, The Witness is the biggest marginal gain for the network with positive 10.86, given the premise I said last month. The Afternoon Prime teleserye, The Fake Life, starring Ariel Rivera and Beauty Gonzalez, comes second with positive 7.77. Abot Kamay na Pangarap, a carryover from 2021, has a marginal gain of 4.26. Heaven in My Heart with 3.80 is a heartwarming series that 2 strangers who have learned to love each other as mother and child, even if they are not related by blood. With election over, Running Man Philippines with 3.77 will have no obstructions in the planning phase. To get the participating guests, they had to get some talents from their Sparkle Talent Agency. Now, positive to negative. The underage remake is the biggest marginal loser after the April survey with negative 11.45, most unlikely to happen among observers and speculators with an EMS of 42.54. The Bread House dipped 4.16 points to EMS of 48.26. Love, Die, Repeat is a bit improving but still below 50. However, C&M already got his first project on the air, False Positive, since earlier this month and will end this week. Jelen Mercado, the leading lady, has to start caring for her new daughter with Dennis Tilio. Perhaps you might need to cross that out. Meanwhile, speculation on Frozen Love also improved, but is still below 50 as well. Ashley Ortega, the rumored teleserye project's leading lady, was the one who took ice skating lessons earlier this year and performed spectacularly in the Ethos Sunday show at SM Megamall's skating rink. The Southeast Asian Games in Vietnam ended tonight, but the TV network is still focused on other sports in contract with the NBA Finals coming up next month. Since Strolling in the Philippines will return this Saturday for Season 2, IMO, in my opinion, would be the most likeliest show, materialized with an EMS of 79.79. It was promoted on their network's official social media accounts last month, and it will be a talk show hosted by three well-known FM radio DJs, DJ Chacha of Radio 5 92.3 News FM, Sam YG of Magic 89.9, and Papa Jackson of 106.7 Energy FM. The second season of The Wall Philippines is the biggest gainer of hope to materialize with positive 16.37. Now they're in second place with an EMS of 79.69. Once Dear God is finished, Nurse Lovely is the most likely potential replacement. As a 3 days a week teleserye with an EMS of 66.16, if not, for your eyes only. In between the two pending series, P-Pop Talent Search Top Class is now 4th of 8 in the network's waiting line. Oh My Corona is a slight dip on the EMS with 62.79. It has now slipped to the 7th place. Still, all pending shows have reached an EMS of at least 60, denoting the likeliness to materialize within this year. In other words, they're hanging in there amidst the juggle in Reliance. The 4 of Net25's promoted shows are now facing negative differences. Gata 25 and Tell All are hanging on the tightrope, while Tagumpay Village and Shopping All the Way are on the below 50 territory. Tagumpay Village, which is intended to be a children's show, is dimming their hopes of materialization with the The hopes of pending programs on Net25 to be delivered have been reversed. They are now evenly divided, as their slant is exposed to the favor of the incoming administration. Meanwhile, dominant network GMA's programming overpromises have been reduced, as TV5 has not changed the trend of the program delivery yet, but still not overpromised. Nonetheless, anything happening within the three networks are now on the balance, as the orientation changes course, as the dry season gives way to the wet, and one presidency passes on to the next. How will the trend of the upcoming shows change after this month? Nobody knows for certain, but there's a new multi-sundry survey in the description box below to circulate your hopes. There's also a video suggestions form where you can pitch your next YouTube video. Take care, until then, and I'll see you later.